All right, my brothers, there's a phase after a relationship ends, and a lot of people, me included, will try to stay in this phase, this place. It's a phase where you're not really together with your ex, but you're also not fully apart either. There's still talking, communication, some check-ins. There's still a connection, some familiarity. And on the surface, it can feel mature. It feels like, oh, we're handling this from a good place. We're being kind, we're being loving. But if you're honest, what's happening is this is not a clean break. And I've found myself sitting in this space recently, still talking, still connecting, while both of us are simultaneously starting to move on. And the thing that I've noticed through this experience is the more we stay in contact, the more tension that it creates, because there's things that are now happening in our lives that we're not going to fully talk with each other about. And these are things that we can feel energetically, but we're not able to say out loud. And in that in-between space, things start to feel heavier than the relationship ending itself. And so I have to ask myself, right? Is what we're doing now actually helping me move forward in the direction I want to go? Or is it keeping me tethered and connected to something that's already over? And this is a hard question, because there's a part of us that wants to stay close. There's a part of us that wants to keep the door cracked open, that just doesn't want to fully let go. But here's what I realized. Here's what I know. That just because something feels respectful doesn't mean it's aligned. Sometimes the most honest move, the most honest thing we can do is not to keep talking, but to create space, the real space. And it's not happening out of anger. It's not happening out of resentment. It's happening out of a respect for what was and clarity for what's coming next. Because closure doesn't come from staying connected. It comes from stopping, changing, and breaking the pattern. And for me, for many of us, that means we have to let it all be complete. We have to let it go. If this is resonating with you, it's probably because you've felt that in between space too. And if you have, you got to just ask yourself, when something like this comes up, am I moving forward? Am I staying connected? Am I moving forward, or am I staying connected? Be honest with yourself, because that's what a man who's pursuing and tracking and going towards his future does. This is training for the bedroom.